bank reconciliation is an important transaction in a company. No? So we now have this yung bang, another variation of a bank reconciliation. So this is actually 2 months. So not just 1 month, but 2 months. So this is another approach. No? Okay, so without much ado, let's proceed. Esquire Company provided the following data for the month of July. So we see here cash in bank for this is the company's account, cash in bank. So balance on June 30 was 1 million pesos. And then these are the book debits for July, including June credit memo for note collected of 300,000, 4 million total. So as you can see, this 4 million includes a June credit memo by the bank. This should not have been included in that 4 million because this is for July book debits, I should say. No? By the way, when you say book debits, these are addition. Okay? Just like the normal balance of a cash is debit. So the normal balance means the addition to the account cash. Okay, conversely, debits is a deduction for a bank. Now, for book credits, as far as the company is concerned, credits means deduction from the cash. But on the other hand, the bank, when you say credit, that is an addition to the cash balance of the company. So you will see the reciprocal approach of these two entities, the company and the bank. So when I say book debits, we are referring to additions to the company's account. Okay, so book debits for July, including CM of June CM of for note collected of 300,000. Okay, so it means na itong 4 million na to na addition dun sa book cash account, okay, includes yung 300,000 na galing sa June pa. Okay, ano ba ina-account natin again is for July, no? So we will take out the June CM of 300,000 for the 4 million, no? Okay, because it includes in June, not in July. And then the book credits for July, including June NSF. So NSF means no sufficient fund. Okay, so actually that yung no sufficient fund na yan, that is a deduction for the company, but the company only recognized that as in the following month, no, in July in this case, no. So that June NSF of 100,000 and the service charge of 4,000 was included in this 3.6 million book credits. Okay, so meantime, for bank statement for July, we have the balance as of June 30 of 1,650,000. And the bank debits for July, including service charge of 1,000 and June outstanding checks of 854,000 was 2.5 million. Again, when you say bank debits, you're talking about deductions to the cash account of the company in the bank statement. Okay? So the bank has recognized 2.5 million all in all for July, including those that were supposed to be recognized in June, such as the outstanding checks, so of 854,000. Okay. Now the July service charge, walang problema yan sa bangko kasi tama. Normally tama yung bangko sa pag-recognize ng service charge on the same month. No? Okay, so again, just to review, ano-ano ba yung mga reconciling for the book and the bank. For the book, the reconciling item is mostly for additions is yung credit memo. Okay, so because the bank normally recognize that first and then the company recognize that later. Okay, so and the service charge, which is the bank has recognized that on time as a deduction, but the company will recognize that, most likely would recognize that on a later period. Okay, as a deduction, no? Sa bangko naman, the reconciling item for the bank is the deposit in transit, which the bank would only recognize the following month. Kasi deposit in transit, meaning ito yung mga deposits to the company's account that will only now normally this is done near the end of the month. So kaya ano na yan, kaya the following month na nare-recognize ng bangko. Okay? And then which is an addition to the bank, no? Okay? An adjustment to the bank, no? So this is one of the items that should be adjusted to the bank as an addition to the bank that it was recognized by the company. Okay, another reconciling item by the bank, okay, which the company is on time in recognizing it is the outstanding checks. Ito yung mga cheque na to, normally ini-encash to at the end, almost at the end of the month, near the end of the month or at the end of the month. So that was recognized the following month by the bank, no? So yung deduction ng bangko doon na sa buwan na na-recognize niya, hindi pero yung company ni-recognize niya kung kailan niya in-issue yung check na yon, no? Okay, so those are the reconciling item by the bank. Now, hindi ibig sabihin mali yung bangko doon, because bank reconciliation is practically saying na yung mga discrepancy na yon, no, na maaring na-consider natin pero hindi na-consider ng bank, ilalagay natin doon sa bank statement natin, no? And also yung mga items na hindi natin nasama doon sa company books na na-consider doon sa bank statement, i-consider natin ngayon para makita natin kung ano yung bang saan napupunta yung cash natin, okay, on time. So this is one of the intricacies sa audit of cash, no? Okay, so moving forward, so we can see here the bank debits. Okay, bank debits of for July, including service charge of 1,000. So that's in June of outstanding tax of 854. That's 2.5 million. And then yung bank credits. So bank credits for July, including CM for bank loan of 500,000, and June deposit in transit of 400,000 for a total of 3.5 million. So bank credits, when you say bank credits, no? Okay, so you're talking about addition to the cash balance in the bank statement of the company. Okay, but this one, yung bank credits na yan, it includes CM for a bank loan with of 500,000, no? And June deposit in transit for 400,000. Now, this June deposit in transit of 400,000 was included in the 3.5 million in the bank statement. Now, like we said, the June deposit in transit, okay, was only included on a later month by the bank because the bank is late on recognizing the deposit in transit because of said reasons, no? So in computing for the deposit in transit for July, we will take that or the so this is for 3.5 million. So these are so in computing for the deposit in transit for the bank, let's say for July, we will take out the June deposit in transit. Okay, so we will explain that in a little while, no? Once we get there, no? Okay, so the requirement here is prepare a bank reconciliation on June 30 and July 30 and adjusting entries on July 31. So the solution here, we start with the bank reconciliation June 30. Okay, like I said, this is 2 dates, no? 2 dates bank reconciliation. So book balance will start with 1 million. So where did we obtain that? Here. okay, coming from the cash in bank account. Okay, so 1 million. Okay, and then we add there the 300,000 credit memo, the reconciling item of the book. We said a while ago, it's one of them is credit memo for the note collected for 300,000, which was only recognized in the book in July, but it should have been recognized for June. So we add that in our June statement. So for 300,000. So we get the total of 1.3. Now from there, we will deduct the NSF check, okay, of 100,000. This is the no sufficient fund, okay, because now we have already in analyzing that NSF, we have already added that to the cash balance, but it was dishonored by the bank, no, for some reason, for because it's no sufficient fund. So we will take that up as a deduction, no. However, we only recognize that the following month since the bank is first in recognizing that. So that 400 that 100,000 NSF, as you can see here. Okay, so book credits for July, including NSF of 100,000, including June NSF. So take note of that, no? Including June NSF of 100,000 and service charge of 4,000. So in other words, this 3.6 million peso disbursement by the company includes a June NSF check. This is supposed to be for July, no? So we will take up that June NSF and consider it only for June. So we will deduct this for the June statement of 100,000 and the service charge of 4,000. Okay, because the company again has recognized the service charge only on a later month, which is July. You know? Okay, but it was not supposed to be included in the July book credits. It is supposed to be included in the June statement where it was incurred. So this is for 4,000. So a total of 104,000. So from there we will deduct it from the total of 1.3 million. So we will get the adjusted book balance of 1,196,000. Okay, now let's go to the bank balance. So we start with the June 30 balance of 1,650,000. Where did we get that? This one, no? Okay. By the way, this is for the book, no? Okay. In case you're wondering. Okay, so this is 1,650,000. Now, we will add the bank reconciling item, which is first yung addition muna, yung the deposit and transit 400,000, no? Okay, so as we can see here, nakalagay dito, bank credits for July, ito yung na-consider niya ng bangko, including CM for bank loan of 500,000. This is proceeds from the bank. And June deposits of 400,000. So please take note of this, 400,000. So the bank has only considered the June deposit in transit in July, okay, which was supposed to be credited by the bank in June. So we will so we will add this 400,000 on the bank balance. So this will be 2,050,000. Now we will deduct the outstanding checks of 854,000 for June. So where did we find that, no? 854. So bank debits for July, including service charge and June outstanding checks of 854,000. As we can see here, no? Ito, statement na to. Okay, so ito yung total bank debits. Included there is the June deposit in or the June outstanding checks. Yan. Included the June outstanding checks of 854,000. Okay, so as we can see here, we will deduct the outstanding checks of 854,000 in order to get the adjusted balance of 1,196,000, which is the same as the bank or the book, should say. Now let's proceed to the book or bank reconciliation on July 30. So we'll start again with the book. So that's 1.4 million. So how did we get that? So we simply begin with 1 million, which is already given on June 30. Add the book debits of 4 million less the 3.6. So we'll get 1.4 million. As we can see here. Okay, so 1.4 million. Okay, so here. Now we will add the book reconciling item of credit memo for the bank loan of 500,000, which was obtained in July, as we can see here by the which is in our bank statement, no? Okay, bank credits for July, including CM for bank loan of 500,000. Okay, of course we have not yet recognized that as far as the book is concerned, no? Okay, in that month, no, we might be able to consider that on the following month, August na, no. Pero this time, we're preparing a bank reconciliation for July. So whatever the bank has recognized for such as the credit memo of for the bank proceeds for July, we will consider that as an addition. Okay, so as we can see here, we add the bank loan, credit memo for bank loan. So this is the proceeds for bank loan. So our total cash balance is 1.9 million. And then we deduct those items that we did not consider as deduction, such as the service charge. Okay, so as we can see here, bank debits for July, including service charge of 1,000. Okay, so and so for 1,000 pesos. There you go. Okay, so 1,899,000. Now let's proceed to the bank statement. Okay, so beginning with the bank balance as of June 30. Okay, or should I say July 31? Okay, unadjusted balance as of July 31. So you can see here, started in, we add this 1.6 million, we deduct this 2.5 million, and we add this 3.5 million. So you get the 2.6 million, as we can see here. So that would be the beginning balance of the unadjusted balance of the bank statement. So this would be for 2,650,000. Okay, now we add the deposit in transit for 1,100,000. Now, where did we get the deposit in transit for 1,100,000? Okay, so this is quite tricky. So you have to listen here. Okay, so computation for deposit in transit. We'll start with deposit in transit for June 30, which is 400,000. Okay, so where did we get that 400,000? It says here that June deposit in transit is 400,000, which was recognized by the bank only in July. So that will be our starting point, no? That 400,000. Okay, as our deposit in transit for June, beginning deposit in transit. Okay, for July. Okay, 400,000. And then we add the deposits during July. So we'll start with the book debits. Umpisa muna natin sa company books, which is 4 million. So i-add natin dyan. Okay, 4 million, as we can see here, 4 million. Now, ibabawas natin dyan yung mga na-consider na ng bangko. Okay, yung mga na-consider na ng bangko nung June. Okay, especially ito, yung book debits for July including June credit memo for note collected of 300,000. So we will take that away from the 4 million. So that's 4 million less 300,000 here. Okay, so less credit memo for note collected of 300,000 SSS. Yan. Okay. So we have 3.7 million. Ito yung net deposits for July by the company. Okay? So this is the total cash, okay, which was of course this is the total cash, no? Okay? Now from the total cash, we will deduct the deposits that the bank has already credited para makuha natin yung deposit in transit. So we'll start with saan ba? Yan. Okay. So we'll start with bank credits of 3.5 million. So where did we get the 3.5 million? Ayun. So bank credits for July including CM for bank loan of 500,000. So this is 3.5 million. Now, itong 3.5 million na to, na consider na ng bangko yan, no? So, isabihin, tatanggalin natin yan, no? Okay, pero dito sa 3.5 million na to, napasama dito yung 500,000 na credit memo. Okay, so tatanggalin din natin yan. Okay, from the 3.5 million. Okay, so yun. So less credit memo for bank loan na 500. Kasi sa bangko na galing yun eh. Okay? So ang kino-consider natin dito yung mga ni-recognize lang ng company. So 3.5 less the credit memo for bank loan, ito yung proceeds. So meron pang 3 million. So the difference between the total of 4.1 million, ito yung total cash. Okay, less the ones that were credited by the bank for the company of 3 million for the cash account of the company. So we still have a deposit in transit of 1.1 million. So kulang pa yung bangko sa pag-recognize ng 1.1 million. So this must be the deposit in transit. So we will count that as deposit in transit. So add this to bank balance plus yung deposit in transit, you'll get 3.750 million. Now, deduct here yung another bank reconciling item which is outstanding checks of 1,851,000. Now, how did we get that? No? Okay, that 1,851,000. So you will first begin with the outstanding checks as of June 30 of 854,000. So as we can see here, galing siya rito, no? 854,000. So bank debits for July, including service charge of 1,000 and June outstanding checks of 854,000. So that would be the beginning starting point, no? Or the beginning balance. No? Okay, so this would be 854,000 there. Okay, now from there, we will now add all those book credits. Okay, all those book credits. Once you say again book credits, these are deduction from the company's account, no? Okay, so this is 3.6. Now that 3.6, included in that is the June NSF or non-sufficient fund of 100,000, which the bank has already recognized, and the service charge of 4,000. So this one, the 104,000 will be deducted from the total book credits of 3.6 million in order to get 3,496,000, the balance of the book credits, which the checks drawn by the company during July. No? Okay? Tinanggal lang natin yung mga napasama na kinonsider na ng bangko. Okay, now i-add lang natin itong dalawa, yung outstanding check nung June 30, pati yung book credits na 3,496. So we will get 4,350,000. Yan. So from there, that we will deduct the checks paid by the bank. Okay, to determine kung ano pa yung outstanding checks. So first, yung 2.5 million, as we can see here, the 2.5 million there. Okay, bank debits for July, including service charge of 1,000 and June outstanding checks of 254,000. So obviously, yung 1,000, ililess natin dun sa 2.5. Yung 854, yun na yung starting point. So no need to deduct that. So this one, so as we can see, so 2.5 million less 1,000, the service charge, you'll get still the 2,499,000. These are the total checks paid by the bank during July. So deduct that from the total checks drawn by the company of 4,350,000 and you'll get 1,851,000 pesos outstanding checks. Okay, so you deduct that from the total of 3,750,000 and you will get the also an adjusted balance of 1,899,000, just like the book. Again, just to summarize, no? Etong this deposit in transit of 1.1 million, okay, was obtained from the deposit in transit June. So doon tayo mag-i-start, no? June 30, 400,000. And then we add the deposits during July of 4 million. So mag-umpisa muna tayo sa company, no? Okay, of 4 million. And of course, we deduct the 300,000 credit memo, which was already recognized by the bank. So that's 3.7 million, no? Okay, so that's why we get 4.1 million. And then from there, we deduct yung deposits credited by the bank during July, okay, which was yung bank credits of 3.5 million. Okay, this one, this was already credited by the bank, no? Okay, so we just take out the CM of 500,000. Okay, in order to get the July credit memo or the deposit credited by the bank for July for 3 million. Okay? Yan. So we don't consider kung ano na yung nagawa na ng bangko kasi doon sa deposit in transit. Kasi nagawa niya na yun eh. Okay, we only consider yung ginawa niya para doon sa pag-credit niya doon sa company account. So that's a total of 3 million. So we still have a deposit in transit of 1.1 million. Okay? So there, we place that there in this one. Now for the outstanding checks, that's 1,851,000. So we also begin with the June 30 outstanding checks of 854,000. As we can see, ito yon, 854,000 there. Bank debits for July, service charge of including service charge of 1,000 and June outstanding checks of 854,000. So that will be their starting point. Okay, so 854,000. Now, from there we will add the book credits. Okay, in order to get the total outstanding checks. Okay, so book credits is 3.6. So when you say again credits, these are deductions from the company, no? Okay, so 3.6. Now in there, dun sa book credits na yon, it included June NSF of 100,000 and service charge of 4,000, which was already considered by the bank. So tatanggalin natin siya doon sa 3.6 million. Okay? So there. So 100 plus 4,000 equals for 104,000. And then from there, yung 104,000, ililess natin dun sa total book credits na 3.6. So we'll get 3,496,000. And then 3,496,000 we added from the beginning balance of outstanding checks on June 30 of 854,000. So we will get a total outstanding checks of 4,350,000. Okay, now from there, ililes natin yung mga checking binayaran na ng bangko during July. So which includes yung bank debits for July of 2.5 million, but this 2.5 million includes a 1,000 service charge. So we will take out the 1,000 peso service charge from the 2.5 million. Okay? So there. Now we will get the net checks paid by the bank. Yung binayaran niya so far, 2,499,000. So that 2,499,000, we will deduct that from the total outstanding checks. Okay, so we still get an outstanding check of 1,851,000. Okay, on July 31. Okay, that will be recognized here as a deduction from the bank balance. So 3,750,000 less 1,851,000, you will get the adjusted bank balance of 1,899,000. Now let's proceed now to our journal entries. Now the journal entries will only be taken up by the book. Yung company lang ang magte-take up nito, no? Nung July 31. So as of July 31, no? So lahat ng book reconciling item lang, yun lang yung iti-take up natin, no? Okay, so starting with this, no? So ito lang, no? Okay, so book balance. So nag-add tayo ng 500,000 credit memo. So that would be an addition to the cash in bank balance, no? So that's a debit for cash in bank for 500,000. Okay? There. And then credit book bank loan payable because that is a proceeds from the bank, no? So this one, itong credit memo na to for 500,000, which originally came from a bank loan, no? So ito na yung pera na tanggap ng company, which also the company would also recognize a payable, no, on July 31. Yan. Okay, would be one of the reconciling items. The next reconciling items should be the 1,000 service charge. This one. So dalawa lang, no? Okay, so that would be a deduction from the cash balance for 1,000. Okay, so this will be a debit to bank service charge for 1,000 and credit cash in bank for 1,000. Okay. You may write down your comments and ask, no? Okay, so again, stay safe, God bless, and stay healthy.